GDK, and we're going to kick today's match off with Immunity and Liquid. And here with me, of course, is Thorin on my left, Thorin, esports historian, and your knowledge always never ceases to amaze me.
Absolute beast.
And of course, everyone knows Flaren, Swedish Counter-Strike ex-pro player.
That's it.
Champion. I was going to go with that, and this is James.
Yeah.
Hi, James.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Alright, guys.
Explain yourself. Ex-professional.
You used to play Ricochet, right?
Ex-Quake
Drop
dropout.
out.
Finished like
Drop
10th
out.
in one tournament, falls in professional players.
It's true.
And his country family, he's like the third best UK Quake 4 dealer who played in a WSVG tour. Something like that.
No, that's
You
too
have to
good.
keep going down so many categories eventually to make him like sound good. Whose name began
And my
with
mouse
T.
would always break
Yeah.
in tournaments. It wasn't like
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that happens to actually.
Alright, guys. So let's check out the tournament format here today. So of course it's GSL groups, which means that
GSL, cool. Is it like a zero and stuff in there? Is it like Soul Key?
It's not soccer.
Oh right,
We're just copying their thing. We're copying their thing.
It's not actually GSL.
No, it's not GSL groups.
I want to see that part and play his life or something.
No party. No life. Only CS.
No life. Yeah, it sounds like some sort of like right wing group making.
Dan, what's the format? Dan, what's the
He's
format?
lost you, James.
Okay.
So 2 wins you get
Go
through, 2 losses and you're out. Which means today we've got lots of elimination matches. Yesterday, Elevate were eliminated by Navi at the end of the day, and today Immunity and Liquid both face potentially the same fate right at the start of things here early in the morning. And well, let's have a look at the brackets as well and see how things are panning out, so you can get an idea of what to expect as the day does progress. If you are starting here early with us, it's really early.
What do you mean if they are? If they're not, then how could we be watching this now?
Well, maybe they'll be. I'm watching
So you're not giving messages to people who aren't watching live, like, oh,
They're going to accommodate everyone.
yeah,
Sorry.
I'm sorry for whoever won, like, you know, wish you hadn't bet your skins, like, better luck next time. Don't watch odds, really, watch it live and you know what's going to happen.
Alright, guys, so we're going to check out we've got the groups.
Do we though? Do we actually?
We will-
You tell us lies at this DDK, I can't trust you at that point in time. Just say maybe the groups are going to come up soon, if not we'll keep filling while people press buttons rapidly.
Just no talk of animals, please, from you. I don't want to know what are the animal facts that you have that you've been saving for filler talks.
If DDK was an animal, what animal do you think it would be, James?
That's the kind of thing I would say for filler. You can't
Anteater.
take that from me.
What?
An anteater.
An anteater, long nose, likes to root around in the dirt, find something tasty, and gobble it up.
I can't believe we actually did
Okay.
continue where we finished
Yeah,
off.
why not? Why not?
Alright, guys, alright. Let's take a look at the schedule so you can plan out your days, you know what to expect as the action unfolds here today. Again, as we already stated, Immunity and Liquid will kick things off. Then we have, of course, an amazing match, NIP and Fnatic, absolute classic. What matches are you guys looking forward to of these ones we have here today?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Immunity Liquid match because it says here it starts at 10:15 CT and it's already 10:25, so I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to do like a Marty McFly. I'm going to hit 88 miles per hour on the flux capacitor, and then that match will be amazing because actually once the match starts, I'm going to look through this window at myself, wave, and I'll be like, who is that guy? Wait, that was me, I remember him. Be like a paradox time travel with you know.
How about you, Robert?
I don't even remember what you were asking before the tournament went on.
What map are you looking forward to?
Oh, what game? I think this one is actually really good. The winner of match 1 and the loser of match 2. That one looks
Who do you think will be the winner of match
well,
one?
I don't know.
And the loser of match
the
2.
winner of match 1 actually seems to have like the edge here. And IP versus Fnatic, I'm looking forward to. And TSM versus Pro.
I think TSM versus Pro in recent form should be the best match. It'll be
yeah,
so
okay.
evenly matched up. They like to play the same maps as well. So, and since VP have won a bunch of series over them, it's not like VP's going to be like, oh, they won that CCS tournament. You know, they're the best team. That tournament, they could have beaten TSM.
And
BP, TSM. Yeah. Of the matches we know are on the way, because obviously there are some to be determined. I think that is going to be quite interesting indeed. Although the big Swedish standoff is always good as well,
Yep.
NIP Fnatic, so we'll have to see where that stands at the moment with those two teams.
Alright, well,
I don't know where I was going with that, but
He's on fire already, guys. You know.
I was looking at Thorin like, please,
Okay.
please spare me, spare me, Thorin.
well, you
Think I've got
already
away
started
with that
talking
one.
about Back to the Future. So that's at least, I think, a better direction for the banter.
One thing I need to mention for the streamers is we passed 500k followers, so we're going to be doing all the giveaways today. Well, not all the giveaways, literally, come tomorrow. But the first one, I was just complete misinformation.
Maybe they'll travel in time for that. Just do some of them. We're going to do tomorrow, but today.
So the first one's going to be...
Just go to the nexus of the universe and do giveaways. Every single skin that ever will exist or could exist. Even skins that don't yet exist. Just give them away anyway.
We could just keep... Anyway, the first one we're going to give away is a Bayonet Rust Coat. That's going to be available for everybody to enter. The Howl and the Butterfly Knife will be tomorrow. We'll do some Asimovs today as well, so keep an eye on the little notification at the bottom, and maybe we'll do the Bayonet after game 1.
All right, well...
we should get on with the match, actually.
Yeah, so let's just quickly introduce the team. So let's check out Immunity first of all. And, of course, Immunity... The team that qualified from Oceania, and you guys may have caught a glimpse of them yesterday. They were the first match, so unless you watched the VOD, you would have had to have been there quite early. And let's bring up.
Do you even cater to the live viewers? What's all this about? People are watching live now. Just tell them what's going on now.
So here we go, Immunity. So these guys, I mean, a lot of you guys will not be familiar with them, of course, because we don't really get to see the Oceanic scene very much. Did you guys notice anything about these players or these teams?
The one called Sniper, he likes to use the sniper rifle.
He's also the in-game leader of the team.
I think he's one of the AWPers.
Well, Ricky is the AWPer.
No, I think Sniper also was an AWPer, though, they said.
I would hope so, at least.
Estilo just joined them as well, the guy second from the left. He just joined them from leaving Streamline like 2 weeks ago. So
someone told me that Imagine guy's insane online.
It's not really relevant, though, Thorin.
Why?
We're on right now.
No, but in future, remember, they'll play online again, so I was just letting people know in the future who are watching the VOD now to watch the online game that he's also good online, to know that that's good, and that skins that might exist one day will be given away.
Was
so
it you
stay
then
tuned.
That said that this team plays like NIP? Was it you?
I didn't say they play like NIP, but they have some similarities in how they want to approach some of the maps.
You have some
I'm using a very
They
very
play a bit
loosely,
like NIP
very
in
loosely.
that Titan game that was like your last one, playing for them on Dust 2, where you got 16-1 by Titan.
Well, but these guys didn't play.
No, they play like NIP in that.
Oh,
that
back
game,
then?
Yeah, getting just wrecked by European teams, torn apart. They're like, oh, how do we get better? Like Tard, what maps?
Such
do we
a
play?
shame, though, because I mean, I don't know, like, as far as I know, Titan have yet to win a major, so it doesn't really matter if they play like us back then. Because if they did, I mean, then they would be champions, right?
Okay, I see.
Fair enough. All right.
I think he's got you there.
It wasn't even at me though. I'm not on Titan. It's just a bird at Titan. Now existence is like, what? Why am I getting roasted?
We're not even playing this tournament.
Okay, I see how it is.
All right, let's check out Liquid's lineup as well. Of course, Liquid. I mean, they've got a lot of work to do here against Immunity. This is going to be a really interesting match from the perspective just the fact that
they all are, aren't they,
they have something to prove.
They all pretty much are interesting matches for you, aren't they?
They're all interesting matches. Yeah, you can always find something interesting about them, Thorin.
I think this next match is going to be an interesting match. When does the check clear? Yeah, it's going to be a great game. 9 o'clock, 8:55. A very good match. Possibly one of the best of all time. It's cleared. Okay, yeah, see you guys later.
I actually noticed something. The lineup here is actually quite confusing towards the picture. Because right now I think that Adren is the one far to the far left.
He's second from the...
Yeah,
oh, well, I know
but they said,
are.
On the glasses.
Yeah. So
they've ordered themselves for height.
If I didn't know myself, then I would think that Adren is the one to the left, just considering the lineup.
In fact, yeah, this is all wrong. So
yeah. So Nitro...
Only Daps is correct.
You should write an email.
Write an email.
To who? To you?
To the production crew. To me, pretty much.
Write an email to him. Future James, please fix things, because the guy from the past is really messing things up.
Did you hear that he even forgot to turn off his phone?
Really?
Yeah, I heard it. He was trying to dodge it.
Disgraceful.
This is unprofessional.
That Tinder sound kept going off on and on, but it was slightly different from Tinder. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. What is that? And then I looked up online. It was called an app called Grindr. A lot of people are non. Listen, I'm a very open-minded guy.
I'm not
that
familiar
there's anything
with
wrong with that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Listen, I respect your lifestyle, James. I think, more power to you. I've seen those parades. You're a good guy.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. I'm not familiar with either of those applications.
Ah, okay. He's just denying having any sexual orientation whatsoever. He's like, I am nothing at all. I'm James.
So what were you saying about the map beatles? You just talked about that.
I was going to let this play out for a little bit longer. So yes, let's check out the map vetoes. Of course, Liquid. And I know Immunity want to be playing on Inferno. That much is clear to me. That's they find it strongest for themselves. So they always try to get an Inferno. But Liquid. whenever we're seeing Liquid and Immunity actually have any of these matches, it always seems to be a huge problem for them, just the map vetoes. So now they're playing each other, it might actually be a bit more interesting.
Well, that's the thing. I actually asked Immunity about what you mentioned about how they don't play some of the maps.
Yeah.
And they said it's actually because, I can't remember if it's the league or actually just like on their servers, but they literally don't have some of the maps, so they only got them more recently.
Yeah.
So there were certain maps that they almost never played. I think
they put like Season in some of the map pools instead of like Cobble or something.
And so actually that might help them against Liquid, because it's true, some of the North American teams don't really play those maps either.
Yeah.
Like Liquid apparently allowed Cobblestone through yesterday, so I guess they play it, but a lot of the American teams do not play Overpass.
Yeah, I think we need the vetoes communicated to us.
Yeah,
actually,
that would be helpful. We do have the betting odds there. So
that's
something.
That's something indeed.
So would you agree with this, guys? Like around 60-40?
I'd probably put it higher for Liquid myself.
You think so? After their performance yesterday?
What do you mean?
Yeah, they were against they were against Fnatic and on two of Fnatic's best maps.
There is that to consider as well.
So,
but there's the, I don't know, I think like there's the element of surprise.
Yeah, that's true.
For both these teams, being unfamiliar with each other. Although it is a best of three, so obviously that should settle some of the variance. But, you know.
But I also think part of why Liquid got so trashed, aside from facing a much better team, is because they know they're facing Fnatic. Like, some of these players are way better than us, and if you're a player who tries to play off his aim, that's going to be really difficult to do so. If you're playing like against All Off Aim or something, you know, even if you're really good against NA players, you know he's better than you. You've seen him in like World Championships, winning the whole game himself, so that's going to make it even harder. You're going to have more pressure on you, whereas I don't think they'll have the same sort of concern playing now. And usually when you're facing elimination, people tend to like step up a bit more, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing here is that I believe I would assume that Immunity would actually ban out Cobblestone, and Liquid would probably want to jump on Overpass when that happens, because we already mentioned that, you know, the Cobblestone Overpass thing. But we actually saw in the finals Immunity played against Vox on Overpass, and their Overpass actually wasn't too bad. And I mean, do you guys have much information on how good Liquid are on Overpass? Because again, we don't really see a lot of Overpass in the NA.
Problem is, not many teams like to play it. That's why it was interesting that TSM and Na'Vi were willing to play it yesterday, because they're two teams who have like shown like, will play it a bit. Nearly all the pro teams I know just tend to stay away from that map, because even if they don't dislike it, they prefer other maps. That's the problem, you know. It's not really a map that I don't think there's any team that's their favorite map, which is kind of an indictment of the map itself. You know?
So what do you think is like? What is the strength of Liquid, do you think, and what are their downfalls at the moment from the performances you've seen recently? Open question.
They have a couple of good aimers.
Yeah, they have some. Yeah, I mean, again, Nitro. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Is probably their best player. Is the guy who probably needs to show up today if they want to win. Even if it's versus Immunity, like they're. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, he's the guy who has to play well today. I was saying that yesterday as well when they were playing right after the Fnatic game, where they actually, even versus this team, they can't be playing like they did yesterday, because then they're not going to win.
All right, so quick predictions, guys.
Liquid win.
I mean, we don't even know the maps, so you want me to? You want me to not predict not knowing what side, what map, or anything else?
Sorry, just go into the future. Okay, just getting your DeLorean.
I think Liquid will win.
With what?
All right, nice.
What do you mean with what? I don't know the maps or sides. 2-0 then.
2-0 rifles and grenades, presumably.
2-0
maybe the flashbang.
So I also said 2-0.
They'll probably have to use pistols to start off, though.
Yeah.
And the knife in the knife round will be key.
You're like the worst host, Dan. You don't even tell us the maps.
Hey, I don't have the maps, man. I need to go into the future now.
Time to cut. We cut to the.
Alright, guys. We're going to jump into the match. We are going to kick things off here between Liquid and Immunity. So James will be commentating with me for this one. So let's jump into the match.
It's fine. It's great. You just transitioned into yourself.
I know. It's quite unique. I was already thinking about that. It's kind of strange, isn't it?
Okay. So, look, the first map's Inferno. Production, you need to tell us what the other maps are, please, because we don't have them.
Inferno, actually, I said previously, Immunity, this is the map that they consider to be the strongest for themselves. The map that they always want to be able to pick. And Liquid did ban that. We already talked about how difficult the veto situation can be for both teams. So it is definitely a big win here for Immunity to be able to play.
Okay, here we go.
Inferno. Apologies for the brief technical issues there, but we're back here and you're joining us for Immunity and Team Liquid here at the FACEIT LAN Finals for Stage 1 of our league. James, how's it going?
Good.
We had a pistol round.
The internet exploded after the pistol round.
Yeah.
But the pistol round was won by Immunity on the T side, if you were unable to catch it. So we should be continuing the match soon. The guys will just be unpausing. Again, if you weren't able to hear it earlier, we will be doing a bunch of giveaways today. We're going to be doing the Bayonet Rust coat after the first game, so that will be open to everyone. The Howl and the Butterfly Knife Slaughter will be tomorrow, but we've got a bunch of Asimovs from CSGO Lounge as well, so we will be raffling a bunch of those off as the day goes on. But for now, we have Liquid versus Immunity again. Immunity 1 round up in this best of 3. The maps will be Inferno and then Cache and Mirage will be the last map should it need to go that far.
Or Cache, if you're an Aussie.
Yeah, they only say Cache, which is interesting.
Cache.
Yeah, they said that yesterday. I was like, wow, I wasn't prepared for that.
Quiche is pretty good.
We have quiche here in the catering.
I saw that. I didn't eat any.
No?
No.
Health? Diet?
No. There is no diet over LAN.
You just opted to pass on the quiche?
Yeah. There was too much stuff that I couldn't choose.
I respect that.
Paralyzed by choice.
Did you have a favourite?
No.
No? The quiche was good.
All right.
I respected the quiche.
So a point I wanted to make about this match with Inferno is that, again, so Immunity, Inferno is the map that they feel most confident on, generally speaking. And when I was speaking with them, speaking with Immunity James mostly, he was talking about how when they're in Oz, everyone is like, you know, you're the team that has all the pop flashes. You're the team that has all the tactics, and that's what makes them strong there. But he was saying when they were playing against NIP yesterday, it felt like they were getting completely blown up by tactics they'd never basically encountered before. So if Liquid can find that kind of style, if they can get the edge there and throwing stuff at Immunity that they're not used to seeing, just as NIP did, then maybe Immunity will be in trouble here. But otherwise, we saw Immunity doing really, really well. Otherwise. So we'll have to see how they're able to fare here. We are back into it, as you guys can see, and upon losing that pistol round, Liquid are on the pistol armor buy.
Alright, so we've got a 4-man stack from the CTs over over towards A. And it's just down to a Liege to hold down the B bomb site for the time being. You can see Immunity trying to find out where a potential stack is. Slowly clearing out the apps. So we'll see where the bomb goes. Bomb trying to stay in a safe position for the time being. Definitely don't want to get short with that. So bit of baiting here from IM, but no bites yet from Team Liquid. So information will be hard to find. Ricky though, walking in with just a pistol, trying not to lose too much, as it seems Immunity have decided on the B bomb site.
This is really nice. Rick is the guy who's saving for the AWP. He's got the Tech 9. He's looking for the stack. He's only going to find a Legion in the site. And in comes the push. The rest of the players filing on in from Immunity. And they are on the bomb site, and they should be able to get the bomb planted. But Liquid are doing some damage, actually. Quite a few players low now. 2 down here for Immunity. So the bomb is going to be defended, but it's under a lot of pressure immediately. And there's no kit from Liquid, so this does give them every chance to take this one. In goes the flash. They have a crossfire setup here. Sniper going to pop out from pool, looking for the spray down. Going to find it with that P90, and Fugly will go down as well. So it's just Daps left over, and it seems to be that Immunity have managed to handle the situation. And Daps get the frag before going down. That would be nice, but they're going to let the bomb do the work, leaving Daps solo. That's really smart there by Immunity.
Yeah, and Imagine was by the truck on his own with the MP7. I think he was dueling 2 players for a bit too long, so that could have gone horrible for Immunity. Team Liquid ended up with a man advantage and a few SMGs as well. However, Immunity managing to hold there, that P90 putting in work. James upgrading to the AK. You can see Ricky going for the Mac 10 as opposed to the full buy. Maybe looking for the AWP in the buy rounds for both teams. So we'll have to wait and see. Team Liquid going to be pretty much on the full eco here. This time they've opted for stacking the B bomb site. Early frag onto A from Ustillo, but Immunity not going to capitalize on it. Again, they are expecting such a tactic as we are seeing now, but they need to identify where it might be.
Yeah, and this time around, because of the fact that he died, Ricky actually opted to buy an SMG, it would seem, so they don't really have a guy to send in who's got like a P250 or a Tech 9. They're actually just going to flash in and move straight onto the side. They're going to spot the stack now, and that bomb is going to go towards A. So they have sacrificed one player for it, and again, it was Ricky, so that's really nice. And especially on this kind of a map, okay, it's nice if Ricky can, as a dedicated AWPer, can buy the AWP, but it's Inferno T side, so it's not a must-have. It's not something that is going to be really paramount to their offense. So it's really cool. They're like, hey, Ricky, just go and be the fact finder, and that's exactly what he did. And they were set up to make the decision based on what they saw. So really safe round from Immunity. Cleaned up the anti-eco with only losing one man.
All right, look at the money on the team. These SMGs making that paper. Ricky gonna go straight for the big green gun. Good set of nades on the T's as well. Inferno is a map which is quite heavily rely on smokes on the CT side. And look at Liquid. They've got 2 smokes and not much else. They've got the flashbangs. If they can use them well, maybe they can take down 1 or 2 players at one time and give themselves a strong advantage. A strong advantage they will give themselves with control of Inferno there. Something you commonly saw from Adren and his team when he used to be on the old iBuyPower squad. Continues here on Team Liquid. But how long can they hold this defense down for? That's the question.
Imagine just poking there. And they're slowly trying to take over some mid-control. But Adren doesn't want to give it up too easily. He's going to find the one-on-one against Imagine, wins that one. And that's really nice because now Liquid can hold on to middle. If the Immunity want to take that away from Liquid to make the round look more obscure as to where they're really going, then they're going to have to invest more in that. And well, about my comments with the AWP for Ricky earlier, he actually does have the money for it.
I think he's about to smoke the truck, Ricky. I've seen that lineup before. That's something Fnatic used to do, to throw a smoke for the truck. There we go. So they're throwing it for CT. That means that they can push through construction and smoke off the front of the side. This is a Fnatic tactic.
So Alicia able to open up onto Yusilo, so fighting the frag over the top of the coils, but we are seeing them wrap together through construction. Lots of damage done by Liquid. And it looks to be like it could be enough here. It's just Sniper left over. He's not even going to get the bomb down. That is a massive problem here for Immunity because they spent a lot of cash in that round. Liquid had been doing some damage. You can really see the effect here. They can't really get the buy going. And did Rickett die? No, he just spent everything. Thought he died after time there, but no, he's got 1450, so he spent everything apart from $50. And Tech 9s seem to be the order of the day here for Immunity against Liquid, and they really need at least a couple kills here.
So Liquid going for the early 3-man towards B. And again, he's got those double molly carpets, but James going to get close anyway. However, he will not find any frags. So good opportunity there again, that close to the Tech 9s, very dangerous indeed. We'll see if Immunity can do any damage to Liquid on this side. Liquid still a bit limited in the nades they have left. Obviously they've used some already, but the numbers of Immunity being thinned out at the moment. So far so good here for Liquid. Bomb is down in no man's land at the moment, and it is a complete slaughter over there. Sniper getting 1 consolation frag, but that will be that for their investments.
Yeah, and just 1 frag will not really enough. We're going to see Liquid's economy growing quite, well, slowly but surely, but it's going to be down to how well Immunity can keep the pressure up, because as soon as Liquid are able to string together some clean rounds, then things start getting really awkward, because we'll start to see all these incendiaries. We see 3 here now, but if again, you know, Liquid can get to more, problems will be had, as I'm sure they know how to play with those very well in their defensive setups.
We've seen some highlight videos of Adren holding down B, sorry, Banana with the AWP. So definitely a dangerous position for his opposition should they try to push that smoke, but with Banana firmly in control of Team Liquid for the time being, he will rotate back over towards the A side.
It does look to be that Liquid have a really good understanding of the kind of basic meta of Europe as well. We're seeing similarities there, but there's going to be the push into the A kind of area there, trying to take over middle. Immunity will not get it though. Adren able to kind of ward them away just for a moment, but they don't want to give up any easy duels. They're falling back here, and that is going to give Immunity mid control.
Nice self-pop flash there by Ustilo onto the arch area. He did flash the CT, but he managed to get away behind the wall, so no frags for either side yet. Time is ticking down here for Immunity, and there are still 3 Molotovs for them to contend with should they push in the wrong direction. They are heavily stacked towards B, but Ustilo's made his way into CT spawn. If they push B now, he can kill the rotation if he finds the first frag onto Adren. Adren, though, knows there could be somebody there. They will not find each other, but now the B players are in trouble with this push.
But so it could help them out. The problem is he's kind of smoked off here, so he can't get an angle. And they actually have Sniper who's up middle as well. Sniper's going to catch one towards Arch side, so it's madness all across the map, and Immunity are able to find the frags they need. But in comes Nitro from CT, able to make it a 2-on-2 with the health advantage going towards Liquid. They have an incendiary as well, as is being pointed out just there. And you know what? In a situation like this, that can give them a huge advantage, because now they can flush out a player from the new boxes. There it is. That Heat and Poly setup is going to be subverted now with good use of grenades, and Nitro cleans it up. If they didn't have the incendiary there, that is such a different scenario.
Yeah, but again, with all the T present in CT spawn as well, that could have gone either way. Obviously, Immunity thought the CT was more advanced. The sound gave his position away, and he got shot straight in the face. But considerable damage done to the economy of Team Liquid. You can see there, they are quite short following their buy, but they've got the full buyout now. All the smokes, all the Molotovs as well. Left to see how they continue to use those. Once again, we're going to see Immunity on the force buy, going to try and continue this pressure on the CT economy. They only got one frag last time. We'll see if they can get more now.
I was actually surprised they didn't buy here, because they had enough money to actually put a buy together, and they put Liquid to an eco if they win this one, and if they do a lot of damage, they still have a really good chance with that money bonus, even if they get plant 2, to take money control away from Liquid. And we know, again, I can't stress how important money control is to take away from the CTs, and just generally in this game. So let's see how much damage they can do here, and if they can get a plant out of it. They got the Tech 9 armor, so you never know.
Oh, look at that timing there. The Molly's going to cause a bit of damage. Looks like they've got smoked off, actually. You look at that spray down. Going to do considerable damage. Only one person down. Immunity managed to find the plant there. That's going to be a good bonus should they not win this round. And here comes the damage with the Tech 9. So many bullets. 11 left in the magazine. He's got 2 more players to contend with. Is he going to go for the apps push? He's going to stay boiler for the time being. He knows they're going to be looking for them. But how can he salvage this round now? We're Fugly holding the angle. Oh, he's looked away. He thinks he's somewhere else. Can he get the frag, though? Wasn't enough time to take down the bomb diffuser.
But that was a really strong round save there from the Sniper with a Tech 9. I think actually in a spot like that, with his health being so low, I think going for like a really gambly play, like just almost like walking around a really long way or going up apps, is probably like could be, you know, high risk but quite high reward in that spot. But they did the damage they needed to do there, so now they're gonna have an even stronger buy. And how well can Liquid do against what Immunity have to play with? And it looks like they want to take an aggressive control of Banana. They've got the deep smoke to try to ward Immunity away. Now, Immunity, how are they going to deal with that? Are they going to try to push through it with some flashes? Or are they just going to wait for it to dissipate and allow the clock to tick down, which is what Liquid wants?
Right, so Liquid with, this time they've got somebody all the way down the bottom of Banana behind the smoke. Previously they were staying near the car. So it looks like they want to extend their control of that area. Nice flash. It's going to slow Immunity down a little bit more as Ricky is looking for the peak. But the timing on these nades is impeccable from Team Liquid. You can see that Molotov coming in just as Ricky is about to get into his scope. So again, Team Liquid making a huge nuisance of themselves at the moment. Oh, and they've got 4 people over towards the A bomb site, as Cadian's just pointed out there with Nitro in an interesting position.
Yeah, actually, Fugly's really far back on the Banana defense, so they might see the Banana push a little bit too late to have a good rotation, but Liquid playing this really well. In fact, with having Nitro so far back here, they are rotating a man back into CT spawn, and that's just the moment when the push comes in from Immunity. So Immunity now with a nice window of attack to just bully away Liquid from this A bomb site. So far though, Liquid are holding on. It's a 3-on-3 spray down coming into play though. Nitro, excellent stuff there, able to take the round for his team. 5-3 now as Liquid are able to win 1 more. And Immunity, well, they can keep the buys coming now. They've got that full bonus. I think that's 5 in a row from Liquid. So Immunity, they really need a bomb plant in this round to have a good buy in the next one. I think it'll give them all in the region of $4,500. So without that, they're going to have a weaker buy. So got to get the bomb down in this round.
Alright, so you can see the T's will make their way through that smoke. However, normally you see the Molotovs going down in front of it, managing to hold on to the site in that duel. Nice frag by Adren there, picking up that AWP in the previous round.
James, 20 seconds have passed and 3 guys are dead. 3 of them.
This is not a good situation. Immunity opting for shock and awe, but it was not in their favour, unfortunately.
And again, especially when they really need a bomb plant, because they spent pretty much all their money. They're on the max bonus, so they're going to get 3,400 after this round. But they're going to have to go Tech 9 armor or something instead of having basically AK's armor and some nades.
I was just going to say that position from Adren. I can't remember the other AWPer who plays there. They stand on the table at the back, so they're more likely to get shot in the leg as opposed to the chest or the head, which will do more damage, of course. Just a little tidbit that these pro players do to give themselves a little bit of an advantage.
Oh, he's still going to take down Nitro. Adren's kind of out of action as well. He doesn't want to peek because he's so low, and he's got teammates to basically not have to risk dying on such low health. And there we go. Estilo is going to go down in the end to Alish. Estilo plays a lot of sneaky and kind of lurkery roles for Immunity. He's a new player who replaced Yam very recently. And Yam going to Vox, I believe. So
yeah, man.
So it's quite interesting to see how they play. I know that James loves to be the B guy. Apparently in Australia he's considered the Freiburg because of the way that he plays on Inferno. Like very B orientated, very banana oriented. But here we go, fast push from Adren with the AWP into the balcony, and they're going to spot the Tech 9s all in second mid.
Yeah, he's going to have to get the hell out of there. Definitely does not want that picked up from a T-rush. And this rush is continuing straight onto quad, onto the site. Adren manages to get the no-scope straight into the face of James. Doesn't get the second one. Trades all over the place, 3 versus 3, as Team Liquid are scrambling for position here. Immunity on the site. Haven't picked up any rifles yet, though. The AWP is on the site. They need to grab it. That M4 might be too far away. Oh, the spray down from the Tech 9 is going to be too much. And they're going to get a flurry of weapons, or at least they should. Imagine not managing to pick up anything there, but at least they picked up the AWP and an AK. Yeah,
I mean, you just saw the power of the Tech 9s there. The ability to constantly gain ground whilst attacking. That's one of the reasons why the Tech 9 is so good and some would argue broken, because you consistently just keep gaining ground. And against AWPers as well, like we can see, like if Adren misses a shot there and he's already too far forward for a round like that, he's just completely blown up, and they couldn't deal with it. So success found from Immunity, and they have been doing a lot of damage to Liquid's economy over the course of these rounds. You can really see that reflected in the fact that we see a FAMAS on Nitro and not all the grenades that they would want. So Liquid in trouble now. Immunity can definitely regain money control sooner rather than later, but it is definitely going to come down to how well they can get the entry in on top of this bomb site. Are they going to send Ricky in first, or are they just going to go for the set nades? Because Ricky does have an AWP.
It seems Yustilo's leading the charge at the moment with Ricky in for support. And there he is. Has he spotted the position of Fugly, and how much can he do about it? They're going to find 2 frags despite the flashes coming in. So this should look good for... Well, it does look good for Immunity, but can they eke out the round? Are Liquid even going to push? It looks like they're going to go for the save here, as by the time they get to the site, they have the 2-man disadvantage, and Immunity will have supreme positions. So it will be very difficult indeed. They're going to opt for the conservative play, and hopefully they can... eke out a buy for their fallen teammates in the next round. Yeah, hunting them down is really important. They can definitely invest 2 or 3 players, or lose 2 or 3 players for the investment of to maybe take down 1 or 2 of these guns from Liquid. Liquid smartly spaced out as well, because they're expecting that. So they don't want to get caught together. And the cool thing actually is that Immunity, again, I was talking to James, and they like to mix in the rounds like that sometimes. We would call them contact plays, where basically instead of throwing all the nades and telegraphing what you're going to do before you actually push in, you just slowly creep forwards, and then you kind of rush as soon as you get contact, as soon as you get that first engagement. And that's how they won that round, and it kind of caught Liquid off guard, because they didn't really have any signs of what was coming until it was too late, and they just hit the entries. And I can't remember, they have a specific name for that in Australia, in Oceania, but I can't remember what it is. It's probably Diggity, yeah. Alright, here we go. James alone going to go for the spray down. Only gets 1 over on Banana. And that will be a weapon claimed for Liquid, giving them 4 rifles. It's a bit of info as well, because they know that there's 2 more people onto the B bomb site, which may cause for a faster push on A. You can see they've got players already in the library area. 1 looking at quad as well. And going to get shot in the side of the head, saving his teammate there. Bomb has to get away. Could get caught in mid here. Got to be careful. Elige not going to be able to best the P250. And that is a humongous frag for Immunity. If they lost that one there, they would have been in serious trouble. Now it's just down to Adren versus 3. Oh, this is not going to be good. The bomb is indeed down. He could have got 2 there. Going to go for the pop flash onto the site as well. Imagine's blind. Adren 1 versus 2. Oh, he's going for the riskier play here, which is just go all the way to the apps and just walk all the way. Now, he might be able to catch one of them off guard, as they may still be suspecting that he will come up from quad, or Diggity actually, as they call it in I think that is legit, like what Diggity is supposed to be, is the quad area for us, short in Europe.
Maybe there's. I think there's many more things that can be.
I was watching them scrim some games, and I did hear a diggity or two.
Yeah, I had some diggity as well, and I was. This makes you think of that song.
Diggity, Mike.
I like the way you work, kid. No diggity. No. That's what I'm thinking every time I hear that. So, well, they have finally managed to break Liquid's economy. We're seeing the pistols from them, a few grenades as well, but just. It's definitely looking like a much more favourable round here for Immunity on the opening. No armor for any players, but that's not going to stop Fugly from taking the frag onto James at the start of the round. And then they smoke it off as well, so maybe Immunity can get in a little bit of trouble here. But it looks like Liquid are going to be gambling a little bit more towards A at the moment. They've just left Alish towards the B-bomb site. At least the newest member of Liquid.
Alright, so it looks like Immunity are expecting the rotation towards A following the frag. So they will just wait for the smoke to disappear and push B. But Team Liquid, potentially reading the point of view of Immunity here, are slowly creeping back towards B.
And they have made the right guess as well. Liquid now, Alish needs to get some damage done here in the back of the bomb site, goes down immediately. Fugly, does get a free couple of shots there with a deke, enough to take down Sniper, but will it be enough? Three more players left for Immunity, and there's no help anywhere close to Fugly at the moment. Nitro is so far away, he's only just now entering Banana, so he's got another 5 seconds or so before he gets to the top, and Yustilo's already on point, going to spray Nitro down. Can Fugly find extra damage here? There's a few rounds left in this first half, and Fugly will get the frag onto Imagine.
Immunity have a lot of rounds on the board so far, and you have to wonder how solid their CT side is going to be, because they're putting themselves in a good situation for the second half to take this game. So we'll see. Maybe the Team Liquid can do exactly the same to them. We'll find out soon enough. 2 rounds remaining here in the first half, and Liquid gonna have to drop for a player. We'll see what the buy ends up looking like. In fact, they're gonna have 4 silenced M4, so not too terrible. 4 mollies as well. Not doing bad at all.
It must be really strange for Liquid and Immunity to play one another, because everyone is somewhat familiar with the European meta, but Immunity and Liquid, neither of them play exactly with the European meta. Liquid are closer to it. It feels like they're a bit more up to date with it. But when it goes to them trying to find holes in Immunity's defense, that's going to be super interesting, because Immunity definitely play with quite a different method. We will see that, of course, shortly. But this buy round right now, it's pretty standard stuff here. We've got a bit of banana control there for Liquid. Immunity just putting the pressure up on mid. They're waiting for those grenades to go away. They want to take middle first, and then they can decide, okay, we can take a bit of banana control, keep our options open, or just hit up the A play.
So still 2 players holding banana for Liquid, but they're starting to get a bit antsy, starting to creep down. Sniper is waiting for them, however, while the rest of his teammates, I think there might be in a small engagement there. They've gone back towards the B site. Now here comes the battle in Arch. Trades coming in for James. They will see the bomb. That's going to cause the rotation here from Elige from B over towards A. There isn't going to be a wrap, it doesn't look like, but those kills through the smoke from Nitro may just take this around for Liquid, but it's still 3 versus 2. Bomb is down, just being picked up. The flank is coming in from CT spawn, and now Nitro has to waste as much time as possible while he waits for Fugly to arrive.
So Nitro is still in the pit, and that could be causing problems. It is smoked off, but those are going to go away very shortly. Fugly going to find the angle. Imagine, though, traded by Sniper. Nitro now is on him from pit. They know, well, Sniper knows that he's coming from that angle. And he's just peeking him. Nitro's going to find the kill as well. Sniper goes down. And yeah, Sniper just straight up going for the peek. There probably could have maybe used some extra time there to shoulder the angle a little bit, try to play with Nitro. But the wide peek going for the committed engagement. And that's going to make it 7-7 with Liquid barely taking that one. But look at the money they've got. It's really terrible, to be honest. Not going to be much in the way of grenades for them. And Famus is in the mix as well.
Meanwhile, we have the AWP coming out for Ricker. 4 AKs as well. So Liquid can do away with their helmets. At least that's managing to get out the full buy here. He's the only one. Oh, sorry, Nitro has a defuse kit as well. And they're going for a shock and awe here again. Immunity. Let's see if it can work this time. Although Nitro and co seem to have the jump. All the frags going their way. This has not worked for Immunity. So they're going for that last round surprise in the first half. But they had the at least the equipment advantage there, and it's been lost in a flurry of bullets in mid.
I actually like the decision making from Immunity, because they would be aware, if they're reading the money correctly, that Liquid's buy is not going to be that strong and that they won't have many grenades. And if you're a CT side and you don't have a lot of grenades, you want to try to find the advantage or the edge some way other than delaying them, because you just don't have the equipment to delay them long enough to get the edge in that sense. So usually teams will say, okay, well, let's take a little aggression here. Let's try to take a little bit of map control here and maybe get a frag from it. And Liquid already showed to Immunity that kind of European style where they play 3 at the early timing towards B, towards Banana. And the counter strat to that is rushing middle. Is to rush straight up to quad or arch side and just get the bomb down straight away, 5-on-2. And I'm pretty sure that that's how they read the situation. But they're just a bit unlucky that in this round, Liquid decided to play more of a standard setup, and they had the man on arch. If the man wasn't on arch, I think it was a Dren. And if instead he was on Banana for the push early on, that would have been very certainly a win, I think, for Immunity. So I love the thought there from Immunity. We're on an 8-7 scoreline, and we're into the pistol here on the second half.
All right, so Team Liquid with it all to do. 7 rounds on Immunity's T side. Okay, so we've got decoys causing some shenanigans, but where will the frags come in? That is the question.
Well, so pretty fast up middle, and so far Immunity looking quite strong.
Oh, I think he's got some information because they are charging towards the bomb site. Smoke's going down. Has he got the pop flash? James with 2 flashes in the bag here. Not going to throw one of them yet. That's really good, nice confidence, actually, that Liquid won't push the smoke, and indeed they won't. Going to consider their options here. There are still 3 people all in the kind of quad side of the A site here from Immunity. Sniper now in position to re-smoke B. Looks like a Dren may commit here, though. Sorry, Team Liquid may commit here. But the flash is coming in, the CT smoke as well. And here comes the push. Sniper getting the first frag. Trade's coming in for Team Liquid. See how much time James can waste. Nice flashes there, but he will lose the duel to Elige. 3 versus 3. Now it's Immunity who need the retake. No kits on the players who are alive.
So a Dren there by Coils at the moment, ready to receive anybody who pushes construction. 3-on-3 is pushing in here for Immunity. Now they are going to lose 2 players to a Dren already. It's 3 players to a Dren. That's very nice defense from him. And I got to say that I thought the smokes were pretty cool there from Immunity on Banana, because they actually had the ability to peek mid still, because there's no second mid control or apartments control for Liquid to pressure them off of mid. So that actually created a situation where Immunity had the most info that they could to prepare for that, but Liquid just too good on the engagements.
Alright, so the force spy coming out for Immunity. We have 5-7s. James hiding behind the car. The push isn't going to come in yet. That timely smoke will begin to slow down. But that's the only smoke they have. Sniper with 1 flash, and that's it.
I remember yesterday on the match against NIP, James did some really dirty moves from behind that car. You just don't see players play that position in Europe, really, because it's so committed and dangerous, and you get naded down really easily.
The way they're positioned, I think we may see the pop flash coming in on B shortly. And there it is. He's gone for the pop flash, but he's not going to find the frags. Not yet, at least. Gets tagged down to 7 HP. So that 1 flash they had in the bag to try and get them an advantage has failed. They have killed 1 player, however, so 4 versus 4 made at 3. Elige taking down James. B site's clear. We will have 1 challenge in Sniper.
They might be expecting ground construction, but they don't really have a lot to work with. Imagine's found himself an SMG. Map 10. And he's going to find the frag on a Dren. So that's an AK picked up. That's a really gorgeous save for them, to be honest.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And they have the armor out on Sniper in the 5-7 as well, so he can drop that 5-7 at the start of the next round. And they can have a really strong... Okay, he's going to just go for the push there. I guess he was not going to be escape on the long range there. So, well, it's just going to be the SMG and the AK-47. But that's still nice. That's still a nice save into the following round. They can work with that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, considering...
I wonder if they'll give it to James, actually. Again, like, James on this map is super important for Immunity, because he is given the most responsibility often, and that's just to be the B guy, just the solo B guy. So if they gave it to him, they would likely stack A or something like that. But we'll have to see what they've got in store for us here. Just like yesterday, was going to be holding on to that AK-47 for now.
Ooh, looks like they're doing a bit of a buy. James and Sniper buying a little bit low here. So 1,600 left in the bank for James. So it looks like they're going for the W with this Mac 10 and AK. Let's see what they can do. See people on the B bomb site looking for a spray down on Banana. The AK is going to be lost straight away, and so is the site, with James going down second. Now Immunity going to have to play for the retake. And Team Liquid is going to get a free upgrade on one of those Galils. back to an AK. They're not sure if the site has been stacked, but there's only 2 immunity players remaining. We see they don't want to lose any guns. Now, question is, does Imagine go for some exits, or does he just scramble away and save his armor for the next round? And they're going to be, some of their players are going to be shorts on the next round, following what little they bought in that round. We'll have to keep an eye on the economy for James in the next round, as well as Sniper.
It is really interesting that they use the behind the car position so much, because it's funny, isn't it? Sometimes you need to be reminded of what you don't see, and then just think, oh, people don't do that anymore. And then you think, okay, why did we never see teams when we're casting, the European matches use that position? And it's super dangerous. I can see why they like it though, because it's very kind of shock and awe. You don't expect it, but also that angle you get, like we saw Justillo, if he connects with the first guy on the spray down, he's probably going to kill like 2 or 3 people with that spray, because they're all in a line. But it's so risky. But 11-7, and the buy comes out from Immunity, and like you pointed out, they didn't leave themselves with all that much money, but they've opted to be able to have incendiaries and smokes, so it's not too bad. Yeah,
Team Liquid with all the toys, every man carrying a smoke and a Molotov, so we can expect to see some kind of executes from them as these rounds go on. Might use those mollies to try and secure some map control. Sniper just standing tall and on top of the car there, exposing everything, and not getting on the winning side of that battle. So early disadvantage for Immunity, and they could be in trouble here, as this lead for Team Liquid continues to extend.
Yeah, I think again, if Liquid have done some homework on Immunity, I think they can definitely predict that Immunity in spots like this are likely to just leave one guy on B instead of playing the 2-2, because you can play 2-2 in this situation by having 2 guys kind of stacked towards pit or quad and just being very, very safe using really efficient positions. But they've gone for that 1-3, and I think that's because, again, that's the style that they like to use with a player like James on their team, who is very, very confident and just being able to do everything by himself on Banana. But with the tools that he's got to work with, he's got the weakest weapon on his team. He's got no grenades left. He's exposed behind that fountain as soon as they wrap around. This is going to be a really hard job for James. Going to be in with these sprays, running out of bullets. Doesn't get a single kill. Dabs is down to 6, but it is going to be the B bomb site now for Liquid as they get the bomb planted. And there's 3 players left for Immunity with rifles. They may, well,
in this situation, Liquid saved, didn't they? They were further away, in fairness.
Yeah, they were. I was thinking, I wonder if they should save here. It's pretty marginal, but if they're confident, well, let's go for it. And we're going to see Ricky moving up the first man here for Immunity. And there's all 3 coming through construction here, fighting these trades. Not quite. It's going to be Liquid getting the better of those. And they will move up one more round. 11-7, and Liquid are really taking control of the money. Immunity are in a position that Liquid never were really in on the CT side. Liquid always kind of had some money to play with.
Yeah, 12-7 now, and it's likely to be 13, as Immunity have little choice but to go for the save here, so they can get a fully fledged buy, hopefully in the following round. So Sniper going for some intel there, no pun intended. Playing 3A and 2B at the moment, so we're not seeing the stack we've seen in previous rounds from both CT sides. Again, we've got Imagine with the 1 pot flash for his team that he's playing in the apps area. Could flash himself in the way Shoxy does. Maybe he'll find himself a frag. But there will be no one for him to find anytime soon. Team Liquid pretty static at the moment. Again, just trying to find out the information.
And they are going to rotate James a little bit, floating back to CT spawn. And, I mean, they need to take some gambles here. And that gamble will be to leave Imagine alone on the A-bomb site. Now he's coming over into B. And Liquid, well, going to be facing up against this stack very shortly. Here they go. Triggering the first frag. It's not looking too bad, but until Daps takes down Nitro, giving Immunity a helping hand there. So 2-on-3, but still not much to work with here for Immunity as they get gunned down. And it's just 1 man left. Imagine with the monkey business, 5-7 coming in. No armor on him or anything like that. Liquid will get the bomb planted. And it's unlikely here that Imagine is going to find himself all that much damage. Here's the first engagement, and that lack of armor really hurts. That aim punch coming into play. Elise gets the frag. 13-7, and Liquid look like they're on a really good swing of momentum at the moment.
So, Immunity Immunity are in a horrible situation now, not only because of how close Liquid are to winning this map and how far away they are, but even if they win a round and then lose, then they are going to be screwed as well. So they pretty much need to win at least 3 rounds in a row here, and then maybe they can drop one and try and stay in the game, but they need some economy, and they are lacking at the moment. These nades not going to do as much damage as they would have liked. Legion left with 65 HP, 64, 65. So, no early deaths here for Immunity so far, and that's really important, as that's been bugging them as of late. And you can see Team Liquid on B hungry to find an early frag, but Immunity playing a bit more passive this time.
They actually have, this is really interesting actually, they have a 3-man setup towards quad, the quad side of A. Now if Liquid actually try to push middle a little bit, they could be in trouble if they don't take the right engagements here. If they smoke off arch side and try to go for that A play, that's what this setup is supposed to deal with for Immunity. That's what it's supposed to be strong against. And of course, Immunity are very, very passive on Banana. They don't even have players positioned to get the pop flash information at this point, and this is the kind of timing you'd want that. Because Liquid, they've only got 35 seconds left. They have to make a play soon, but they're still holding ground. They got Banana, 2 players up there, and they haven't even gone deep into middle yet. So here we go. We're going to see the rotation as the push is going to come in to A.
Oh, they're all moving away from quad as well. That flashbang's caused them to go to arch in case they need to rotate. That's going to leave quad weak, but the first kill's going to come in the arch area from Adren taking down Ricky, and it doesn't manage to get the dual Ustilo. So that's 2 men down now. Now we've got Imagine stuck on the site. He is surrounded and he has fallen, taking 1 down with him. He will slow the plant. There's only a few seconds left for the bomb to go down, but James is the only man standing and he is running away from the site. Immunity they lost a very crucial round indeed for them. Team Liquid moving to 14. James, can he take down Daps here? He will not be able to hold that AK. So, they need to keep their heads in the game here. Let's have a look at how much money they have. We'll see it from the buy. See what kind of buy they've got there. So, again, I mean, pretty much the whole CT side has been one of rations, Dan.
Yeah.
Of limitations. I
mean, they lost the pistol round, and they've never gotten their money going. And I know that Immunity, when they do have money, they play a risky style on their Inferno CT side, but it's a respectable style. And
nice. You don't see that very often.
Envious use it, and actually Immunity, I've seen them use it as well in Oz also. So it is becoming quite known. And it's pretty abusive, to be honest, if you're playing some of those closer pop flash kind of positions. But oh my god, again we're seeing team frags coming in. 2 players left now for Immunity. Things looking terrible for them. We've seen quite a lot of team kills. We've seen a lot of team kills.
We have seen inordinate amounts. James, the last line of defense here for Immunity. And how many rounds have they won on the CT side?
None.
They haven't won a single round.
Nope.
It's a big fat 0.
And the problem is that they bought everything here, so James just needs to save this. If he saves this, he can actually drop to a teammate, and that's great, because then they can have more grenades and a bit better weaponry. But
they can have more guns.
But yeah, they're going to be getting the max 3400. So FAMAS for pretty much everyone apart from whoever James drops to, basically. So 3 FAMASes to be expected in the following round, and not many grenades. And generally a lack of answers as well seems to be expected in the sake of Immunity. Now, in this series, considering that Liquid, their best map is probably Mirage, I would say, Immunity can't let this go to map 3. Because each map gets slightly worse for them. They have Inferno. Inferno should be good for them. We go to Cache, or Cache. I'm going to say Cache.
Cache, might.
Cache.
Might. Have you heard the way NIP say might? Their impressions of Australians is hysterical. Might. But anyway, they're facing a lot of match points here. Are the Oceanic side topping the Oceanic League to make it here to the FACEIT Stage 1 finals. Headed toward a 0-1 deficit here versus Liquid, who have the full buy versus another limited buy here from Immunity.
You can actually see the sniper just opted to get the 5.7 just because he wanted full nades. There was no way he could buy a rifle and have any grenades. And that's a smart choice, to be honest. And you can see he actually swapped it with James because James got tagged down going for an aggressive play and actually kept himself alive. So Immunity, they're stuck on a default setup. They have no information about what's going on at the moment. They don't have any info on Banana. Liquid have Banana. Liquid are soon to be pushing into middle. So once again, the story is continuing where Liquid are basically taking pretty much whatever they want away from Immunity. As soon as these grenades wear off, we can expect Liquid to be pushing in.
Time ticking, we're hitting the 40-second mark, and there are no frags for Immunity just yet. You can see the bomb still, sorry, no frags for Liquid or Immunity. Bomb still in a passive position, but Immunity getting tagged despite getting the frag onto that. So looking good so far. You still are holding down the quad area. 5 versus 2. Is this a late resurgence for Team Immunity? Elige with the bomb here, but with 20 seconds on the clock now, this is looking very difficult indeed.
I mean, it's a round that they can pick up here. Fugly's going to try to get some extra damage done, which of course is really painful, but they actually survive 4 players and can pick up all the weapons. So that changes things for their economy quite a lot, but as far as it goes with the match, now that's a very different story here. Again, it gets, on paper, it gets worse for them. Each map that they play, moving into the 3rd map, so they've got to try to make it work here on Inferno. And this is the first time we're going to see real weaponry from them and grenades. And also around win on the CT side. So James in with the AWP on Banana, gets the tag onto Nitro.
Oh, he's going back, he's re-peeking, he's going for some more information. It's a new position, but of course Liquid are going to be looking for the trade, so they have to be careful not to overextend here.
And they're probably going to go for that wallbang attempt again, considering how much Immunity were playing for that angle, but no, they're going to push straight past it. Leash looking to get the entry straight back onto Immunity. Now James with the incendiary straight away. Actually, they picked up a couple Molotovs actually from the previous round. That's actually another huge money saver for them.
I like the molly there as well because he's used it to A, to stop a push, but B, to allow himself to take an angle safely.
Yep.
So he can mount his offense. So things slowing down here. Liquid going quiet, going off the grid. You can see Ricky's positioning himself for a rotation should one be required. It's actually James AWPing as opposed to Ricker, who is the normal AWPer. So this looks like a Molotov for the new boxes, as indicated there by Kaden, which is exactly where Sniper is standing. So if Liquid get up close, he's going to be in a position where he has to expose himself to avoid the flames, but he'll be able to move in time. Flames all over the site, flashes coming, and we've got 4 Liquid players to deal with. Fugly and Dap's going to take down the 2 site players. It's going to be Immunity playing for the retake once again.
Yeah, those nades completely destroyed the defense of Immunity. Now Rick is going to be coming in from construction. Elige is going to hold it down. All on Ostillo and Imagine as they try to make their way in from construction as well. But this defense is so tight and the smoke's up there as well. Immunity very close to losing map 1 at the moment. Ostillo able to take 1 quick frag. Jumping in is going to be Imagine, but he is taken out. So 16-8, and Liquid, they never had a single issue with Immunity CT side, and Immunity, it seemed like they struggled so much without the money, and they never really played like many double ecos to get a lot of money. We saw, I think you made the comment, rightly so, that it was kind of strange after they lost the pistol, and then on their CT side, Immunity, then we saw the standard pistol armor buy up, but then they kind of bought again a little bit. And then on the following round, that left them, when they should have a full buy of all nades, it left them with less money, and they couldn't really do that. They only had like smokes and some incendiaries and no real flashes. Flashes are super key as well. So
they stretched themselves too thin, you might say.
Yeah, so money seemed to be a big issue for them on their CT side on Inferno there. So any final comments about that one?
Well, we'll have to review it with the analysts following the break, during which we will be raffling off that Bayonet Rust coat. We'll be open to the whole stream, so make sure you get your raffle spam ready, but make sure you follow the channel, otherwise you cannot win. Alright guys, we'll see you after the break for the analysis segment, so stay with us, we'll be right back.